In early February, 4 students from Nueta Hidatsa Sanish College in North Dakota started out early to drop off information packets. The packets are going to congressional members who don't have tribal colleges or universities in their district. This is to make sure that more members of Congress know about the needs of tribal colleges and universities.
We desperately need funding to either maintain or increase with the inflation rate. And we know how to use the money wisely. We don't, I feel like Native people aren't frivolous by nature, and I feel like we know how to use our resources wisely. So we just need access to those resources.
Tribal colleges and universities provide students with education and support they won't get anywhere else, from cultural activities, language classes, to emergency aid for food and housing.
Through my TCU, we have a student relief fund for emergencies. So that's one thing I received. I personally I don't qualify for emergency services at the local Native clinic, so I had to go to the ER out of pocket at the end of last semester. So my TCU I applied, and I was able to receive $500 to go towards that ER bill, and that's not something I would have gotten outside of a TCU.
They also allow students to stay in their communities, near their families or support system. For some, it's a homecoming after growing up away from their community and the city.
Growing up in Denver, I was surrounded by a lot of minorities that were not Native American, and it didn't bother me, of course, but it was kind of like culture shock for me because I didn't know if I was Mexican enough, well, not Mexican, Hispanic enough, or if I was Native enough. I was just like kind of in the middle, so I decided to go to a TCU because I've never been around so many natives, so it definitely made me feel welcome. And also, like I said, my grandmother is from the reservation, so I went to move up with her. She's living by herself, but not no more, obviously. She just turned 70 this last year, so she'll be 71 this year, and yeah, I'm just ready to graduate to make her happy, and also my mother and my dad too. I mean, my mom or my dad didn't even get their high school diploma. They both have a GED, and yeah, I'm just chose a TCU as well because it helps out like financially.
When tragedy strikes, school advisors are there to help students navigate their situation. They also offer words of encouragement that keep students from dropping out.
After my grandpa passed, I didn't want to go to school anymore, so with the support and everything, they showed me it's important to keep going and not to give up, and I kind of do it for my grandfather to honor him because he was my big role model. So going there and having the support, it means a lot. It's impactful for me. And with my advisor, she helps me stay on course so that I can graduate in time.
Many of these institutions also give students a way to graduate debt-free and to move forward without the worry of a student loan payment, making their bold dreams even more accessible. In Washington, D.C., Pauly Denetclaw for ICT News.